we are pleased to be joined right now by all-time Buffalo Bills great Jim Kelly before he goes in for lunch. And there's Bruce Smith just at the window making faces at you. Good to see you,
Shocker.
Jim Kelly. Good to see you.
It's better to be seen than viewed.
I like that one, Jim. And it's great to see you. How are you feeling? How is it going?
I'm doing pretty good. Okay. I have my next MRIs in a couple weeks in New York City, so I'll be flying there. But overall, I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain.
Okay. And life's good? Kids good? Wife's good? The whole business?
I got to tell this. I almost tweeted this because I told my wife it was that good.
Okay.
So a couple months ago, my wife sends me a text, and it says, "Hello, sweetie, just need to tell you a few things." Mm-hmm. Cool. Number one, I miss you. I'm like, oh, wow, cool. Mm-hmm. Number two, I love you. I'm like, wow. Uh-oh. Number three, our daughter's wedding is going to cost a mini fortune. Have a good day. Oh, my, have a good day. That's a good way to end it. I'm like, oh, no. That means for me, keep working.
So you're planning a wedding right now? Is that what you're doing?
My daughter, Erin, who is my oldest, she's getting married in January. Mm-hmm. And the reason for January wedding is her fiance is a baseball player who's just drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers. Okay. So he has to go through all that in the summer. And I go, cool. That means early on I thought, cool, a destination wedding, maybe to Hawaii or Mexico or some really nice, tropical island. No, we get married in Buffalo.
Hey, Western New York.
Trust me, I love Buffalo. I still live there.
Sure.
But I thought a wedding, maybe we can go a little south.
We can get a little bit warmer.
And sometimes you, as they all say, pick your battles. And this is one where I wasn't going to win.
Jim Kelly here on the Rich Eisen Show. Again, moments before the luncheon begins here to kick off essentially the big stuff that goes down this weekend here.
And I heard you talk a little bit, Rich, about that room only for Hall of Famers. Yes. And to be honest with you, I never dreamt about the Hall of Fame where I'm from, a little small town, and I grew up watching the Steelers, Bradshaw and Franco and all those guys, Joe Green and Jack Ham and Lambert and all those guys. And never in a million years I ever would think I'd be a part of it. So when I was picked to be a member of the class of 2002, the Ray Nitschke luncheon, I walk in. The first people I see, Gale Sayers, Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen. I mean, I can go Roger Staubach and, Bob Greasy, all the guys that I admired and I put on a pedestal. I saw those guys, and I didn't feel that I deserved to be there. I mean, I'm thinking, what am I doing here, with all these legends? And then all of a sudden, there's guys that are going in now that are calling me Mr. Kelly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my, am I really not getting this? But I'm just a blessed man because we just had our photo taken with all the Hall of Famers. And of course, there's some people say, oh, make room for the Buffalo Bills. Well, some people might not like that, but when we do our team photo, as far as the whole group of all the Hall of Famers, the Buffalo Bills are always together. Me, Bruce, Thurman, Andre, Marv, Bill Poley, and James Lofton, we're all right there. Joe DeLamalore, Billy Shaw. We always take a picture together, and we're always in the team photo. We're always together because we are proud to say that we all made it. We're proud to know that we have a family, that we all support each other, and we do things together. And some people look at that and are not real happy that all the Buffalo Bills always get together because there's teams out there that have Hall of Famers, and they go do their own thing. That guy does his thing, he's way over there. But all the Buffalo Bills are always together, and I'm proud of that.
Who should be there? Who do you think?
From the Bills?
From your Bills teams that is missing from that photograph.
I think in due time, Steve Tasker will get in because I think they're realizing now that special teams is a big part of football. And if you really remember, when you hear head coaches, a lot of times they say there's always three phases to a game. There's offense, defense, and special teams. Well, Steve Tasker was not always double teamed. He was triple teamed at times. And one other guy, Reuben Brown. He was, I think, an 8, 9-time Pro Bowler, unbelievable player, went from the Buffalo Bills, went to Chicago, made the Pro Bowl there. So he's one guy, talking to Bruce, that definitely deserves to be in it. So we'll see.
I want to take a break, 60 seconds here with Jim Kelly. Come back. We'll talk about the current Bills. Also, we'll ask you the poll question based on what is going on in the AFC East with the Miami Dolphins quarterback right now with Ryan Tannehill going down, but maybe not so much going down. It's an odd situation with his knee where they're wondering if they should have surgery, take care of it now, or try and go into the season potentially. Jim Kelly is here on the Rich Eisen Show. Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth right behind him. Steve Largent as well. We're live from Canton, Ohio. That's what's going on here on the Rich Eisen Show on a Hall of Fame Friday. Yes, welcome back indeed. And the doors are opening to welcome back dozens upon dozens upon dozens of returning Hall of Famers, including Dan Marino, and Bob Greasy is just walking by the door. How cool is this, bro?
I've never seen anything like
Jim
this.
Kelly's sitting
honest.
here. Jim, it's so cool for us just to be looking to our left and one Hall of Famer after another strolls by.
I hear you. And the
you're
thing is,
one
I
of
get
them,
it.
man.
I know I still at times have to pinch myself because as I looked and I've gotten to know Bob Greasy real well. And of course, growing up a Steeler fan, you know, the Dolphins against the Steelers and all that, just amazing that they're for real and they're good guys and they're not like somebody that you can't talk to. You go up and it's just like a normal conversation.
Just like you, Jim. Just like you, Jim Kelly. And the reason, you know, it's interesting. I plucked Marino's name out for a reason, and then Bob Greasy strolls by because I want to talk about the Dolphins quarterback situation with Ryan Tannehill. Coach Adam Gase, about a half an hour ago, meeting with the media in South Florida, saying right now Matt, as in Matt Moore, is our quarterback. We'll see where we go from there because I've got to figure out what's going on with Ryan, and he said that everything is on the table as an option, including surgery to repair the partially torn left knee that he seemed to tweak or anger or whatever he did yesterday, but he didn't damage it apparently any further. And that's our poll question of the day, our True Car poll question. If you're looking to sell your car, there's now a new, better way to do it with True Car. It's fast, it's easy, it's the best way to price your car from the comfort of home. When you're ready to experience a better way to sell or trade in your car, check out TrueCar.com/trade today. Brockman, read it out to the listeners as well as Jim Kelly, who's sitting right here.
Yeah, if Ryan Tannehill can't go this year, guys, who should be the Dolphins quarterback this season? Matt Moore, Jay Cutler, Colin Kaepernick, Tony Romo.
Wow. Tony Romo, come on. People get off it. Now,
He's better than all three of those guys.
Yeah, but still, he picked another profession.
Okay.
So let him rest. Wow, that Jay Cutler, I don't know. I mean, the guy that's been there with him now, the backup.
Yes. Matt Moore.
Yeah, give him an opportunity. He's young. I mean, he's not that young, but he's young enough. And I'll stop there.
No. I mean, it's just in terms of that. I mean, you know, Cutler is somebody who he's known, Gase, from Chicago, which is the reason why he's being brought up right now. When you retired, did you get any calls? Like,
yeah, as a matter of fact, I almost signed with the Baltimore Ravens. Ted Marchibroda was there, and he left Buffalo, and he was my offense coordinator. And I knew, and when I was going back, to be honest with you, that was after my son was diagnosed with his fatal disease, Hunter. And I was going to donate all the money to him. And then the more I talked to the wife and the more that I really got involved in what was going on all with my son, I knew the best thing for me to do was stay retired. And even though in my heart I always wanted to be only a Buffalo Bill, and thank God I made that decision.
Well, Marchibroda is different, though, because he was part and parcel of the offense that the K gun that you ran so expertly with Marv Levy. But your phone did ring from the Ravens. Huh?
Oh yeah, I even took a visit. I even went there and talked to them, and we were about ready to negotiate. And that's when I decided, you know what, I don't need to do this. Mm-hmm. I need to stay away from the game. I played enough. I want to be a Buffalo Bill forever. And more importantly, I had to focus on my son.
You know, and it's so neat that you're here because you come almost every year when we're here at the Hall of Fame. You've always been great. It seems every year we're talking about either a new coach or a new beginning or a new quarterback, and you're like, I'm buying in. I figure this out. Are you still buying in with what's going on there?
Number one,
Jim?
Yes, it's almost like I have to. I live there.
You're planning a wedding there.
Well, also I bought into Rex's talk, just like most people did. I like Rex. Good guy. I think he's maybe too nice of a guy. Let players be themselves too much. I don't know all the ins and outs of what went wrong, but discipline was one I think was a major factor. Number two is I think a lot of injuries don't help a new coach either. When you get your star players that are in the training room getting treatment for their injuries. But Ron Rivera, I saw him at this past Super Bowl, and he told me, he said, Jim, I think you guys got a keeper in Coach Sean McDermott. He said, I'm not just saying it to say. He said, I knew sooner or later he was going to be picked up by somebody. And because I really think he's a guy that's going to turn the Buffalo Bills around. And then we had, of course, a big dinner with him. Me, Bruce, Thurman, Andre, Daryl, Cornelius, Steve Tasker. He wanted to have dinner with all of us, pick our brains on what did it take to get to how we did, even though we didn't win any, but how'd you guys keep coming back? And, of course, to make a long story short, is everybody held themselves accountable for what they did, not only when they were in a training facility, but once they left there, what are you going to do? How are you going to represent the Buffalo Bills? And the mental part for us was probably more than the physical part, because I knew everybody physically would be ready to go. But when we told them, after you lose 3 Super Bowls, all the negativity that you'll hear in the offseason, oh, you guys can't win, what's everybody's mindset going to be? And thank God we had a coach like Marv Levy who was able to put all of us together and have us all understand that if we're going to do this, we got to do it together. All these egos got to be put in check, and we all got to come together. So for me, making sure Coach McDermott knows that everybody's got to hold themselves accountable and understand where you came from and who you represent.
Do you think this is a make or break year for Sammy Watkins in Western New York, Jim?
Without a doubt. Yeah. Again, he's got to get the football, but he's got to stay healthy too. He's had some nicks in the road, some big potholes, but he is a heck of a player. I just hope that Tyrod stays healthy enough and gets him the football. But the thing is, we still have that guy we're number 12 on the Patriots called Tom Brady. He's still in our division, so that doesn't help. But you know what? We'll see. Take care of ourselves, and we'll see what happens.
Well, he's going to be one of those guys one day who strolls in here and calls you Mr. Kelly. You know,
he does now
in the dinner. He just turned 40 yesterday.
I know.
Jim. He just turned 40. Where were you when you were 40? You were at ESPN doing TV?
Yes, very good.
That's what you were doing?
When I retired, I went to NBC, and then, of course, NBC lost to CBS. CBS took over, and then I was with NFL Countdown for a couple of years. But probably one of the worst times in my life was after I retired, because my son was born 2 weeks after I retired on my birthday, and then all the things he went through, all the things our family was going through during that time. But you know what? I'm here now, and hopefully making a difference.
Of course, in just a couple more minutes with Jim Kelly, we'll send you into that luncheon. Brady thinks he could play 5 more years. What do you think?
5, I doubt it. 2 to 3, probably more 3 than 2. Yeah, I can see that. You got to take care of your body. We're just talking about all the stuff he's taking and eating right and drinking right. Ours was after practice, we'd go to the big tree, grab wings, a burger, and about 3 or 4 beers, maybe a couple shots, and go home. Get ready for practice the next day. Hey, where are we going to have wings at today? That was our regimen back then, and it worked.
Regimen, by the way. I love the use of regimen.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way.
So here, we had to do what we had to do, and we had fun. We enjoyed ourselves. Rich, Bruce and Andre and Thurman, all of them.
Oh yes,
we had fun. Even though we didn't win, we all came together, and we still get together.
Right. And do you consider Brady the greatest of all time?
He's definitely top 3. There's no doubt. It may be probably number 1. The guy makes it happen with whoever he has. He's got the door that keeps swinging open, and somebody else walks in, and he makes them good. Somebody else leaves. Somebody else comes in. It doesn't matter who it is. He always finds a way to get it done.
Jim, go into that luncheon, man. Have a great time with it, and love you. Love great seeing you, not viewing you, to use your phrase. I love great seeing you, and I'll see you tonight at the Jacket Dinner and at the Jones Bash.
I appreciate it, and it's always good to talk to you, buddy, and we'll see you down the road.
You got it.
Real short road here in a couple hours.
You got it. That's Jim Kelly.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app, and I'll be sure to help the NFL figure out what a catch is.